Hello, hope everyone is good. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be a full day of eating. I'm currently 10 days out from a photo shoot. This morning's weight was 94.5 kilos. So if you've watched the videos from the beginning, my peak off-season weight was 110 kilos. So in the last 10 weeks, we've took off 15.5 kilo now. There's probably another kilo or two to come off over these next 10 days, which I imagine will just drop off through inflammation. My legs are pretty sore at the minute. Still doing 35 minutes Stairmaster 7 days a week, 2 leg days every week. Today's actually a leg day. So this is gonna be a training day food edition. My food has been dropped slightly since the last full day of eating. So that's why I thought I'd do an updated video for you all. The food has actually only been dropped twice, I think, in the last 10 weeks. To take that amount of body fat off, so it's come off pretty quickly. And this is the food I eat every single day other than Sunday, which is my rest day food, which is just slightly less carbs. And then I usually have a cheat meal on a Saturday night. That hasn't been pulled yet. I'll check in today with Jay, so let's hope we do get the cheat meal tomorrow, because it's Friday today. And that'll probably be the last cheat meal before the shoot, as we'll have like 9 days to dial it back down then. But yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty good. Energy's started to drop off over the last few days, but up until that I've been sound. Like, training performance is still really good. My sleep's took a bit of a hit over the last 10 days, so I've just implemented some melatonin and magnesium last night, and I slept like a baby for the first time in a couple of weeks, so that's definitely going to be a staple until the end of the diet for sure. I actually just got these yesterday. This is health juice. So it's from Transparent Supplements, glutamine, creatine. So I'm just going to start and do a morning shake. I've seen a lot of good reviews on this one. So it's like, it's got all your digestive benefits in it: glutamine, psyllium husk, fiber, digestive enzyme, and then it's also got vitamins, minerals, an electrolyte panel, if I can get my words out, and like all your greens and things like that. So I just thought it'd be worth a try. It's meant to be really good for like energy, digestion, and then obviously glutamine on top of that, just to bulletproof the stomach, and then standard creatine, the supplement that everyone should be taking. These are just the basic supplements that I take every morning. So omega-3s, vitamin D3, curcumin, collagen, support max, and then this is just like a focus nootropic that I like. Just take 1 cap of those on a morning before I get stuck into work. So yeah, they go down before breakfast with the new health juice. Let's see what it's like. If you have oats in your meal plan, this is an absolute game changer. So this is ESN flavor powder. It's like a really strong sweetener. So we've got, this is dark chocolate cookie flavor. You literally need a tiny little bit over the top of your oats. And then, because we're dieting, because we're a little bit hungry, we go with 2 flavors. This is white chocolate, so we've got the cookie flavor and the white chocolate flavor over the top of the oats. Meal 1, 80 grams of oats, 30 grams of whey, 2 eggs, a little bit of flavor powder, and a black coffee. Just sat here going through client check-ins, and seeing as though this video is going to be a full day of eating, I thought this kind of blended in with the topic. So one thing that I see happen every single week with various different clients is a lot of people hit it hard Monday to Friday. They're on it with the food, they're on it with the training, they're on it with the cardio. Let's say they check in on Monday, for example, at 90 kilos, they get to Friday, they might be 88. So they've had a good week, they've dropped 2 kilos throughout the week. They see this as a celebration, and then they take the weekend off plan. They go out for breakfast on Saturday morning, they go out for a drink with their mates Saturday night, they wake up Sunday and they're rough. So the McDonald's breakfast, Nando's, Domino's, and then it comes to Monday and the weight's back up to 90 kilos or even higher. And then they wonder why they're not making progress. And it's like, the way I like to look at it is everyone should be able to have one off-plan meal per week, unless you're in competition prep or the latter end of a photo shoot prep where it's very strict, obviously. If you're eating 5 meals per day, that's 35 meals per week. If you can't have one off-plan meal out of those 35, then you're doing something wrong, in my opinion. So when it comes to off-plan meals or cheat meals, whatever you want to call them, my top tips are always going to be, have them on a training day, so you've created demand for the calories. Have it on a weekend, so you've got something to look forward to. Ensure it's your last meal of the day, so you're not opening those floodgates early on a Saturday morning, leading to a full day off plan. And then the final tip, try and make an occasion of it. Go out with your partner, go out with friends, go out with family, out to a restaurant. This way you're not just sat at home ordering a takeaway and eating for the sake of it. Pre-workout meal, the famous cream of rice bowl. This is definitely the best tasting meal of the day. Peanut butter cereal milk flavour. Tastes unreal. This ghost whey is a game changer, to be fair. I actually think, like back home obviously everyone uses Perform and things like Trained by JP, but this is probably the best tasting whey that I've ever used, I would say. It's definitely up there. While the kettle's boiling, I may as well make my intra-workout drink. 1.5 litres of water. So I'll just sip this while I train. What's this? Pineapple lemonade flavour, essential amino acids. So the reason we use this intra-workout is it just starts the recovery process whilst you're training. So if you just sip this during your sessions, it's basically just what your body converts protein into. So it's already converted. So it basically just, like I said, starts the recovery process during your training sessions. So we usually do like 20 grams of EAAs and then roughly a gram of pink salt, which is about 6 to 8 twists. And all that does is it just improves hydration. But if you don't know about pink salt, it also improves your pumps in the gym. So when you're training, we're sipping on the EAAs, we're sipping on the pink salt, improved hydration, improved recovery, and better muscle pumps as well. Meal 2, pre-workout meal. So we've got 80 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of mixed berries, 50 grams of whey as a paste that I just pour over the top. And that is it. A little bit of salt, a little bit of cinnamon. That's the intra workout. So 1.5 litre of water, 20 grams of EAAs, 1 gram of pink salt. And then I'm actually trying to cut back on caffeine. So I usually have a pre-workout or a coffee before I train, but I've just got this. I've actually bought a tub of it, but they sent some sachets as well. Pump juice it's called. So it's basically a non-stim pre-workout. It gives you a better pump. No tropics in there. Basically just makes you focus, which I definitely need at the minute because I'm mega busy with work. So it's like, I'll do a set, check my phone, do a set, check my phone. Whereas when I use something like this, it just keeps me dialed in, and I've actually completed every bit of work that I need to do for today. Well, for now, before I go train today. So no distractions, all the new plans are out, all the check-ins are done until my UK clients wake up. So I've got a couple of hours now before they wake up. So we're going to try this. It's Mountain Dew flavour, Mountain Juicy Pump Juice. I'll just sip that on the way to training. So post-workout meal, unfortunately, went to the shop up the road, no Cocoa Pops left, so we've had to settle for the Rice Krispies, called Rice Bubbles in Australia, but yeah, bit of a letdown from the usual Cocoa Pops, but it is what it is. I'm absolutely starving. I'm late for this meal, so I couldn't be arsed going to a different shop to find Cocoa Pops. So this meal is 100 grams of cereal, 50 grams of whey. The reason we use rice-based cereal is mainly just because it digests a lot easier. And if you notice, throughout this day, 4 out of 5 meals are rice-based. So I have Rice Krispies or Cocoa Pops, cream of rice. My next 2 meals are rice, and then the first meal is oats, obviously just for the fibre, etc. But if you look on the back of these, 91% white rice, that's what they're made from. So obviously for digestibility purposes, and they've just got no shit in them. Like when you look on the back of your other kind of cereals, like all the good stuff, like Crave, Frosted, stuff like that, there's about 1 million different ingredients, so that's why we stay away from those. This is just simple carbs, fast acting post-workout. Probably don't need a close-up of this, but you get the gist. Cereal, whey, squares bar. Now this is for anyone who eats rice every day. So the majority of people, the majority of bodybuilders, the majority of people who eat healthy, who follow a meal plan, probably eat rice every day, or near enough every day. So as I explained earlier, as I said earlier, my next 2 meals are rice. So if you haven't got a rice cooker, just go out and buy one. This is how easy it is. So my next 2 meals have 75 grams of rice. So I'm going to weigh that out, 150 grams of rice into the rice cooker. I use sushi rice, you can use sushi rice, jasmine rice, basmati rice. Weigh it out into there, give it a rinse. Make sure you wash your rice. As you'll see here, all the water is like really cloudy. Got to get rid of the starch off it. Otherwise, it will definitely upset your digestion a little bit. So all I do is give it, rinse it twice like that. And then this is all you need to do. So 150 grams of rice in there. So I need to add 300 grams of water. So twice as much water to what you have rice. There or thereabouts. So clean rice, water on top, lid, put it in your rice cooker, on. And that will be perfect rice every single time. No need for using the microwave stuff that tastes shit, that goes hard when you have to take it to work. That will keep the rice warm all day if you leave it on the side. If you want to eat it in the morning, afternoon, tea time, doesn't matter. Or if you're like me, I literally just cook it, then turn it off, and I either reheat it in the pan or eat it cold, and it stays soft, it stays sticky, the sushi rice, and it will save you a lot of money. If you're eating rice every day and you're eating microwave rice, a rice cooker will save you, I don't even know how much, but that costs about £2 and lasts me about 2 weeks. A pack of rice costs what, £2, and it might last you 1 meal. So yeah, do the maths. We're back again, meal 4. Haven't showed you how to cook this one because if you don't know how to cook chicken and rice, we've got a problem. So chicken is nearly done, rice is done in the rice cooker. All I do is add some spinach to this meal. Literally just tear it up and then add the rice and the spinach to the pan. Mix it all together. A little bit of salt, a little bit of paprika, and then top it with some Nando's sauce. One thing I was going to say, when you're dieting, make your food taste good. Like if you want to enjoy the meals, don't eat plain chicken. Can make it taste nice. You can add seasonings to your meat. You can add paprika, salt to your potatoes, cinnamon on your oats. Like Me personally, I'm pretty simple. I use paprika on my meats. On my chicken and rice, I'll use a little bit of Nando's sauce. On my mince meal later on, you'll see I use a little bit of low sugar barbecue sauce. If you're using the same sauces every day, as long as you're not using high fat mayos, high sugar, sweet chilies, things like that, they're not really going to affect your calories. Unless you're in the latter end of a bodybuilding prep, you can get away with a tablespoon of sauce on your meals. So when people are saying, oh, I can't eat chicken and rice every day, I can't eat this every day, just change up how you cook it, change up how you season it, change up how you flavour it, and then it will be so much more enjoyable. Like, there's a million different ways to flavour, cook, season chicken and rice, so it doesn't have to be bland. There we have it, meal 4, chicken, rice, spinach, and then like I said, I'll just top this with a little bit of Nando's sauce. This one's an Australian special, but this is definitely my favourite. Herby capsicum it's called, so it's like, the way I would explain it is it's in between lemon and herb and like a balsamic vinegar. It's like in between both. So it's not really spicy, it's more sweet, but tastes mega, and it's literally 24 calories per serving. So what did you say? You wish you could have some carbs. The diet life's not good to you, is it? Final meal of the day. So the shop didn't have any mince, so we had to substitute with fillet steak, which I'm definitely not complaining about. That is the 5 meals for the day. So 5 clean meals, eat the same meals every single day. Other than rest days, I swap Cocoa Pops for another chicken and rice meal. Literally just over a week out from the shoot now, so the food will probably get dropped leading into the peak week. I always have either a Coke Zero or a sugar-free Powerade with my last meal as a little bit of a treat, and then I will stick the macros for the day up above here, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.